So what are the key developments we need to know right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack here, and it is a key week, of course, for Taiwan as we get more infections reported over the weekend. In fact, more than 600, and also revisions of past week's data, which sends, a lot of questions to people about the reliability of the government tracking and the government data. And all of this is exacerbated. I'm not saying it's a perfect storm yet, but it has the potential of being the perfect storm in Taiwan because you add up all these different elements, including the shortage, extreme shortage of vaccines, almost non-existent. So far, AstraZeneca has shipped about 315,000 doses. They're still waiting for shipments from Moderna for June. They're also appealing to the White House to get some of those 20 million shots that the Biden administration has pledged to send around the world. So there's a vaccine shortage. There are surging cases. There are lockdowns that are threatened to go to level 4, which would force further businesses to shut down, which raises the question, would key chip-making industries like TSMC and others, would they be exempted? That's a big question. And of course, that would throw the global chip squeeze that you just talked about into question even further. All of this is exacerbated by a drought in Taiwan, which is causing rolling blackouts and electricity shortages. So I talked about a perfect storm. Well, we're getting close to there. As I said, 600 new cases over the weekend. It did dip below 300 for the first time in a number of days yesterday. 287 new cases Sunday, 353 on Saturday. And again, we have to watch whether this outbreak moves beyond the key capital of Taipei into the chip-making areas in the central part of the island, namely Hsinchu and Taichung. If it does and goes into those clusters of workers at chip-making and fabs, then we have a bigger problem.
Cross-strait politics, Steve, how does that fit into this?
Always, always. There's always politics involved here. And keep in mind, there's a virtual gathering of the World Health Assembly later today. Taiwan is said to be making a last-ditch effort to be a participant. The United States and G7 members have been urging for Taiwan's inclusion, which Beijing has blocked. There's been some politics in the last few weeks. Beijing has said, according to state media, that it has made, quote, appropriate arrangement for Taiwan's participation, which drew a sharp rebuke from Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu. He said he accused China of spreading shameless lies. We're also hearing from state media that Beijing has renewed its pledge to offer up Fosun-distributed BioNTech vaccines to Taiwan. We're not sure if that has actually been made, but again, this is something that Taiwan rejected early on this year. They rejected the Fosun-based BioNTech vaccine, choosing instead to go straight to the German manufacturer. That did not necessarily work out, and that is leaving, of course, Taiwan dangerously short, extremely short of vaccines. Enough vaccines to cover not even 1% of the Taiwan population.